As I've talked about in my other tutorials, book cover design, especially fiction, is 80% emotional. You want to evoke an instant response in the viewer, so your illustration needs to be visually striking and emotionally charged, and it needs to align with the story's mood and genre. Think of your cover as a teaser to what lies within the pages. Hey friends, I'm Donnie, and I am so glad you're here. Today, I thought it would be fun to design a cover for a dark romance. Just a little sultry. And for this, I'm going to use two of my brush sets, my fantasy brush set and my characters brush set, and I will leave links and special discounts to these in the description below. I love working with these brush sets because really, they just save a ton of time in illustration. And they are designed so that anyone at any skill level can create a stunning design. So let's get started. I will set this up as a 6" by 9" cover, which can be adjusted later. And for the color profile, I will set this at the sRGB IE6. This is the most universally favored profile for both ebooks and print books, and according to the experts, also the most bug-free. This is fine to use for print covers as well, but you may want to convert this over to a CMYK profile before you send off to the printer, but that is entirely up to your discretion. Let's start with a dark muted blue background. I like to create my own background layer rather than use the default layer just because it gives me more freedom to adjust things later. I will add another layer and create a foggy appearance. I will scroll all the way down and choose clouds. And I'm just lightly brushing clouds or fog over the canvas. Let's add in the main character. For this, I will go into my character brush set. I want a sexy looking guy. Here's a good one. I will just airbrush the edges to blend him in. Now let's add some color to his skin. I'm going to set this layer to a color dodge filter. I will select kind of a golden color. And now with the airbrush tool, I'm just painting it in. Doesn't this look cool? Now I'm going to tone that redness down just a bit. I'll adjust the saturation and the brightness. I will do the same thing for his shirt with a new layer set to color dodge. and I'll use a light teal color. I love how this just makes the illustration look so rich. So now we will focus on adding visual interest to the guy. Let's do some water splashes. This effect adds motion to the image and brings out more of a cinematic vibe. Okay, time to add the title. I tend to do things a little bit backwards because I think most designers will place the text in first and then work the design around it. But I like to see how the design flows first so I know how to position the words. If you're a designer, how do you like to do it? Let me know in the comments. I am very curious. For this, I will use a serif font called Perpetua Titling. It's an elegant yet contemporary font that works well with romance or general literature titles. I want to stretch this text slightly longer, so I will group it, and then selecting the freeform tool, I am just pulling down like this. Now I want to give the text some cinematic flair like the illustration. And for this, I will choose the overlay filter and then duplicate the layer to pop it out even more. This way, the text complements and doesn't visually compete with the image. Now I want to add another element that ties the story in. For this, I will add in a chain. And with the liquefy tool, I'm going to select push and distort this just a bit. Now I'll add another one below. I'll duplicate this layer and then fuse the edges together with the airbrush. Then I'll combine the layers by pinching together and distort the chain again with twirl right. Let's change the filter to lighten, which actually darkens it, but it adds more contrast. I'm going to move a couple links in front of the text to give some depth by just erasing areas of the text like this. That looks good. So now I think I want to turn that blue into more of a teal tone. I think this color scheme will actually pop out a little better. Let's add in a starry sky for depth. I'll choose glitter flakes and just lightly apply little clusters here and there. And then I'll reduce the opacity so it's not so stark. Now I'll just add some tiny little bubbles here and there. And finally, the author name. For most covers, I like using the same font in the title and the author name so it stays cohesive and tailored. It just helps alleviate visual confusion because if there are too many moving parts that don't fit together, it becomes overload and the viewer will just scroll on by. There's really a fine balance with cover design. You have to be able to grab attention in just a split second. Okay, let's soften that just a bit. Let's soften that just a bit. Okay, one more splash in the background for balance, and I will clean it up. Let's darken up the edges, and this helps pop out the image. For this, I will just draw in a rectangle. I'll invert it, and then I'm dropping in color and applying a Gaussian blur. And one more detail. Let's make this book part of a series. So I'll add in series copy on top. And I'm making this small so it doesn't compete with the other copy. I want the focus to be on the guy, and from there to flow to the title, and then author name, and then lastly, the series copy. And there it is, your next sultry, juicy, dark romance novel, alluring viewers with its seductive cover. This one was a lot of fun. Thanks for joining me today, and let me know in the comments what you thought about this cover. I look forward to hearing your thoughts. Have a great day, and don't forget to subscribe. Blah! Do this again. Blah! Have a great day, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll be doing some more fun tutorials, so I will see you real soon.